Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Bharat Anveshan show with your host Rajiv Kulkarni. Today's date is August 16th, 2026. आज का दिन जो है बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग शो है क्योंकि रुपया बोलता है। हाँ जी, तो फाइनेंस के बारे में आज डिस्कस करेंगे। आपको ऑलरेडी पता है, गेस्ट के बारे में भी थोड़ा सा आइडिया है, एंड ऑल्सो वी हैव पुट द डिटेल्स इन आवर यूट्यूब लिंक। तो चलिए, हर इतवार को ये कार्यक्रम शुरू होने के पहले हम उस परमात्मा को याद करके शुरू करते हैं। आज भी उसको याद करके आज का ये कार्यक्रम शुरू करेंगे। आइए।
रुद्राय रुद्राय घोर रुद्राय अघोर रुद्राय मार्तांड रुद्राय अंड रुद्राय ब्रह्मांड रुद्राय चंड रुद्राय प्रचंड रुद्राय दंड रुद्राय सूर रुद्राय वीर रुद्राय भव रुद्राय भीम रुद्राय अदल रुद्राय विदल रुद्राय सुदल रुद्राय महादल रुद्राय रसादल रुद्राय दलादल रुद्राय पादाल रुद्राय नमो नमः।
ओम शिवोहम रुद्रनामं भजेहम्।
ओम शिवोहम रुद्रनामं भजेहम्।
वीरभद्राय अग्निनेत्राय घोरसंहारः सकललोकाय सर्वभूताय सत्य साक्षात्कारः।
शंभो शंभो शंकर।
ओम शिवोहम रुद्रनामं भजेहम् भजेहम्।
हर 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 महादेव। ओम नमः सोमाय च रुद्राय च नमस्ताम्राय च अरुणाय च नमः शंगाय च पशुपतये च नमः उग्राय च भीमाय च नमो अग्ने वदाय च धूले वदाय च नमो हन्ते च हनीयसे च नमो वृक्षेभ्यो हरिकेशेभ्यो नमस्ताराय नमः शम्भवे च मयोपवे च नमः शंकराय च मयस्कराय च नमः शिवाय च शिवतराय च।
अंड ब्रह्मांड कोटि अखिल परिपालना पूर्णा जगत् कारणा सत्य देव देव प्रिया वेद वेदार्थ सारा यज्ञ यज्ञोमया निश्चला दुष्ट निग्रह सप्तलोक संरक्षणा सोम सूर्याग्निलोचना
श्वेतऋषभवाहना
शूलपाणि भुजंग भूषणा
त्रिपुरनाशरक्षणा
योमकेशमहासेन जनक पंचवक्त्र परशुहस्त नमः। ओम शिवोहम रुद्रनामं भजेहम्।
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to Bharat Anveshan show with your host Rajiv Kulkarni. सबसे पहले तो मैं आप सबको थैंक यू बोलना चाहता हूँ बिकॉज यू हैव मेड द चैनल क्रॉस 10,000 सब्सक्राइबर्स। थैंक यू सो वेरी मच फ्रॉम द बॉटम ऑफ माय हार्ट। आप सबके लिए ये शाबाशी मैं देना चाहता हूँ और अपने आप शाबाशी भी लीजिए क्योंकि आपने हमको सपोर्ट किया है। वैसे ही हमारे सपोर्टर्स को मैं थैंक यू बोलना चाहता हूँ। विदाउट योर सपोर्ट डेफिनेटली इट इज़ ए चैलेंजिंग सिचुएशन। और जो है हमारे संदीप सदानंद अप्पा जो हमारे टेक्निकल बैकअप है, जो बेंगलोर में बसे हैं, उनको मैं थैंक यू बोलना चाहता हूँ। थैंक यू संदीप. एंड हमारे जो गेस्ट है उनको भी मैं थैंक यू बोलना चाहता हूँ बिकॉज दे हैव एग्रीड टू स्पेयर देयर 1 hour and discuss about their business or their activity या their expertise to share that with you so that you can get benefit out. चलिए आज का ये कार्यक्रम शुरू करेंगे लेकिन उसके पहले थोड़ा सा छोटा सा एक परिचय जो मैं देना चाहता हूँ जो हमारे गेस्ट है. And she is actually, electronics technology person. She works for a corporate organization in the technology field, वो भी electronics hardware में, which is very unusual, क्योंकि बहुत सारे जो मैं experience किया हूँ, I myself is a hardware electronics engineer, and तो लेकिन मैं जितने जो इंडियंस को देखता हूँ या तो सॉफ्टवेयर में है या मेडिकल फील्ड में है वगैरह वगैरह, लेकिन हार्डवेयर इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स में बहुत कम मिलते हैं. लेकिन आज वो जो हमारे साथ जुड़ी है, शी वर्क्स फॉर अ कॉर्पोरेट कंपनी बट शी हैज आल्सो दिस फाइनेंशियल कंपनी which she has started her own. And ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Aarabhi Hande. She is based in Dallas, Texas. हमारे Dallas में बसी है, and she is originally from Karnataka, Bengaluru, and लेकिन she is an entrepreneur and she has started this MoneyMavs. हाँ जी, कि पैसा किसको पसंद नहीं है, पैसा तो चाहिए चाहिए. ऐसा नहीं कि मैं ये नहीं बोल रहा हूँ कि आपको ग्रीडी होना चाहिए, लेकिन आपको कंफर्टेबल रहना चाहिए पैसे के साथ. You can definitely live with a very comfort. You can live a very comfort life with a very very nice planning of finance. आगे के लिए भी थोड़ा फाइनेंस का प्लानिंग कर सकते हैं. और इंडियंस जो है दे आर फेमस इन प्लानिंग देयर फाइनेंस फॉर श्योर, क्योंकि वो बचा के रखने में बिलीव करते हैं, अपने बच्चों के लिए बचा के रखते हैं, अपने फ्यूचर जो पीढ़ियां हैं उनके लिए बचा के रखने में वो बिलीव करते हैं. चलिए, लेट्स वेलकम आरबी हंदे. वेलकम टू द शो आरबी, एंड गुड मॉर्निंग टू यू. हाउ आर यू दिस मॉर्निंग?
Very good, Ji. Thank you, Rajiv Ji. Yeah, good morning to everyone. I'm Aarabhi Hande and based here in Dallas, Texas. So good morning to everyone over here. Good evening to everyone in India who's watching. हाँ, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया मुझे बुलाने के लिए. मेरा second time है, तो it was a great experience the first time on your show. तभी कनाडा में हुआ था, अब हिंदी में, तो looking forward, Ji.
Yes, same, definitely, because you are in such an important area of day-to-day life, that is finance, right? So naturally, मैंने सोचा कि why not I bring you also on Hindi channel so that it can benefit a lot of other people too, who are on the verge of not only retirement but आगे का रिटायरमेंट का सोच सकते हैं, या तो एक फ्यूचर जो है बड़ा secured finance planning कर सकते हैं. So whatever tips you can give, that would help. So thank you for sparing the time, and definitely Sunday सवेरे सवेरे उठना थोड़ा मुश्किल होता है, but it is not too bad. It is a 10:30, show, which is
Yes.
better than 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. show.
No problem at all, Ji. This is perfectly fine. Yeah.
So Arabi, first of all, just a background of yours. Originally, where are you from?
Yeah, sure. So originally, जैसे आपने बोला, हम कनाडिगाज हैं. My parents are from close to Udupi, Mangalore, and they moved to Bombay very early on, my father. So मैं और my brothers, I have 2 brothers as well, we all grew up in Bombay. तो हिंदी almost हमारा first language है.
Yes.
तो yeah, we grew up there. मैंने खुद तो हमारा engineering किया है वहाँ, and then like several others, I moved to मैं Dallas आई masters के लिए to UT Dallas, University of Texas at Dallas. तो वहाँ मास्टर्स किया, एंड जब मैं वहाँ स्कूल में थी, आई ऑल्सो मेट माई लाइफ पार्टनर रघु राम मुकुंदन इज हिज नेम. सो एंड माई फर्स्ट जॉब, लाइक यू सेड, माई डिग्री वॉज इन इलेक्ट्रिकल इंजीनियरिंग, और वहाँ से मैंने इंटेल में काम किया, पोर्टलैंड ऑरेगन में, और अब टेक्सास इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स में हूँ. सो आई वर्क इन द सेमीकंडक्टर साइड ऑफ the business, and I've been in the industry for almost 14-15 years. So yeah, doing great. और हमारे दो बच्चे हैं, very 10-year-old girl Riona and 5-year-old boy Raunav. They keep us busy, of course, and
Absolutely.
she's in 5th grade, just started school year, यहाँ just शुरू हुआ है, and she's a gymnast. I'm very proud to say
Wow.
she is pursuing that along with her studies, and also proud to say last year she was the Texas state beam champion. So doing really well. So we're hoping, and all well wishes with her to pursue that dream of hers. And a younger
Fantastic.
one, yes, of course, he keeps us busy. He's a boy, so he's all over the place. But yeah, so life is good, G.
Chalo, fantastic,
And
fantastic. It's a very proud moment that kids are excelling in this field. और जहाँ तक मैंने देखा है, वैसे यूएसए में जो हमारे भारत के जो बच्चे हैं, ओरिजिनली आई मीन इंडियन बच्चे हैं, वो बहुत ही अच्छा स्कूल कॉलेज में अच्छा कर लेते हैं, and that's very good to know. And of course, the kids are very young and very small, and they definitely quite busy. I'm pretty sure on that. So, Aarabhi ji, one thing I want to know is, because you have such a strong technical background, you mentioned that you're in the semiconductor field, and which is actually, I would say, very, very high-end market right now, and it is booming like anything because of AI, because of data center, and so on and so forth. But how did you get the interest of starting this financial business, that too from such a strong technical electronics background?
yeah, good question. I'm sure most people are thinking that it's like the elephant in the room. So have to address that, and I want to spend some time on that question because
Absolutely.
yes, we're both, my husband and I have been in our respective fields, right? But somewhere हमको वो खटक रहा था कि we can do more. We are doing great. And many times what I have seen and what I realized for ourselves कि हमारा success ही हमारा cause of failure हो जाता है. हम complacent बन जाते हैं. And that leads to stagnation. So this opportunity came by why financial industry? Yes, हमारा पास background नहीं है, that is true. But we did want to do something more, and we wanted to diversify, like not do more of the same, कि कुछ ऐसा business करें जहां obviously there is that business value, all the business parts are checked. So the market is good, the products are good, there's what we call a demographic inevitability कि आपने ही बोला कि सब किसको पैसा नहीं चाहिए, सबको पैसा बनाना है, या जो भी बनाया है उसको ग्रो करना है, या सेफ रखना है, वो तो सबको चाहिए, राइट? इट्स नॉट अ मैटर ऑफ ग्रीड और एनीथिंग, बट एवरीवन वांट्स दैट. So it all started with us learning and doing that for ourselves, because as immigrants हम जब इस कंट्री में आते हैं तो वो कोई हमें सिखाता नहीं है, वो स्कूलिंग नहीं है, वो एजुकेशन नहीं है. तो पहले तो हमने खुद के लिए सीखा, या and then we saw the value, like how much that ignorance is there, and it's not. आपने ही बोला कि इंडियंस बहुत सही हैं in managing their finances and all. That is true. We are great at making money, but we are not always great at how to make that money work for us. Okay. So what I mean by that is, अभी मैं बात बोलना भूल गई. It is also Independence Day weekend, right?
Yes.
So
yes.
Happy Independence Day, सबको.
Happy Independence Day to all of you. Yes, yes. Maybe.
Yes. So part of that is two questions, right? Why even business in the first place, and second, why financial services? So first, why business is that we want to grow, get that independence on the thing of कि हमको लगा कि चलो अगर हमने कुछ चेंज नहीं किया, we are doing great. Of course, they are great employers we are working for, great, everything is going great. But if we don't change, there is no way we can stop working before age of 65.
Right.
We have to do that. That is whether one likes it or not, that is the honest truth. Correct. And that is true for any industry or anything. क्योंकि
Right.
as we make money, our lifestyles improve. We're also spending more. तो अगर हमने कुछ चेंज नहीं किया तो कुछ नहीं बदलने वाला. हम 65 तक करते रहेंगे. But we have aspirations, both my Raghu and I. Like, we want to do things together, have that time and money freedom. Right? We want to travel. We want to. अगर कोई सोचता होगा कि MoneyMavs ऐसा नाम कैसे आया, तो money is self-explanatory.
Yes.
Mavs हम Dallas में हैं.
Dallas
So
में.
we follow a lot of sports. Both
Yes.
Raghu and I love sports. So MoneyMavs sounded good. Mavs, Dallas Mavericks is a basketball
Mavericks,
team here,
yes.
hence Mavs. We like, of course, Cowboys, Stars, everything is good, but it didn't ring well with the name. Hence MoneyMavs. Money Cowboys sounds funny. So hence the name. So we want to watch. We like cricket also. He wants to watch, cricket in Boxing Day, have that independence of going anytime we want to. Wimbledon, we
Correct.
want to watch. So
Correct.
when are we going to do all this? When, who knows at that age what will
At
happen?
what
Yes,
age?
of course,
Yes.
we can take vacation.
Right.
I'm simpling this down, but there are aspirations, right? Basically, if we didn't change anything, nothing is going to change. And second, taking control. All said and done, we want to take control of our own destiny, because ultimately, whether we like it or not, a job is going to go away sometime, right? Hopefully it goes voluntarily and not the other way. But that happens, right? It is the nature of it. And there is always a ceiling. No matter what you do, the income cannot go up beyond a certain percentage or whatever it is, year over year, unless, one is really, whatever, it is difficult. But with a business, everything is in our control. If we are doing the right things, we are following, there is no ceiling. It is unlimited opportunity, at least in this business for sure. I have seen that. So having all that, and then there were also check boxes we could check with this particular business, because like I said, हमारे पास छोटे बच्चे हैं. तो इस business में काफी हम we can do it at our pace on weekends, weeknights, and over Zoom. And with all that, I am very happy and proud to say we started the business 3.5, 4 years ago. Of course, there was a learning curve because, we are coming from an engineering background, we learned, but today we have 150 plus clients across 17 states in the US. So
Wonderful.
that is the power of, pushing yourself, stretching your vision, doing that. Yes. And it all started with a small idea of doing a little more instead of, watching TV, maybe spare those 3 hours in year learning about whatever it may be for you. For us, it was the finances and this business, and investing that time in ourselves. And that is the best way. And I cannot even explain the personal development, the mindset, things like that we have gained, both Raghu and I, and as we instill in our children, right? The power of dreaming, the power of imagining things and then pursuing those dreams.
Wonderful. That's simply fantastic how you explained the situation. And तो इधर एक छोटा सा ब्रेक लेते हैं. ब्रेक के बाद हम बात करेंगे how important it is to have a retirement planning and in our life, and what are the main factors which we need to consider. वो सब बातें करेंगे एक छोटा से ब्रेक के बाद.
ना बीवी ना बच्चा ना बाप बड़ा ना मैया, द होल थिंग इज दैट के भैया सबसे बड़ा रुपया। ना बीवी ना बच्चा ना बाप बड़ा ना मैया, द होल थिंग इज दैट के भैया सबसे बड़ा रुपया। बिन रुपया तो मिस्टर तेरी मम्मी का प्यार, जो पैदा करता तुझे तो कभी न कर सकता मेरे यार। डॉक्टर लौट जाता भी न मिलती अगर, तू माँ के पोटे के अंदर पड़ा ही रह जाता हर बार। तो किया जिसने पैदा वो ईश्वर है ना मैया, द होल थिंग इज दैट के भैया सबसे बड़ा रुपया। हाथ खाली अगर तू मर गया मेरी जान, नादनी तुझको छुएगी न धरती ही देगी मान। हद ये है मेरे भाई ये खुदाओं का घर, तेरी दौलत ने बनाया तो हुए खुश अल्लाह भगवान। तू उस दुनिया के खातिर जोड़े जा आना पैया, द होल थिंग इज दैट के भैया सबसे बड़ा रुपया। एक लीडर को देखो, ही इज लुकिंग सो वेरी ग्रैंड, उड़ाता फिरता डिनर है इन द होटल सन एंड सैंड। उसके लड़के की शादी देखे जाइए न पूछ।
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome back to Bharat Anveshan show with your host राजीव कुलकर्णी। अभी अभी आपने गाना सुना महमूद जी के आवाज में, सबसे बड़ा रुपया मूवी में पिक्चराइज किया हुआ बासु मनोहरी के कंपोजिशन में। मैंने ये गाना पर्पसली चलाया था क्योंकि हमारा टॉपिक भी आज फाइनेंस के ऊपर है। तो सबसे बड़ा रुपया, तो सब रुपये के बिना कुछ नहीं हो सकता है, which we all know and it is a fact. So welcome back Aarabhi ji after this beautiful song by Mehmood ji, and ब्रेक के पहले हमने मनी मैव्स क्या है, कैसे शुरू हुआ, और आरबी जी का जो इंटरेस्ट है इसमें along with her husband of course Ragu ji, and how they started this venture and how it has now expanded to become a service oriented company for more than 150 clients across the country. So that's a fantastic, I would say, achievement in the less than 5 years, and I think we wish them to grow more and more as the days come. So let's get on to the next question, RVG, that how important it is for retirement planning, in life, and what are the main factors that we should consider?
Yeah, good question. Something everyone's thinking about. I'll share a slide over here.
Yes, please. Yeah, I can see.
Can you see?
Just a second. It is started screening. Double click to enter full screen mode.
Yeah, 1 second.
Yeah,
Good.
okay. Now I can see the picture.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when we talk about retirement, like you said, is sabko number one, we need money, right? And most commonly when we talk to people, there are it's money, but it's also money coming with peace of mind, right? You want that.
Correct.
ऐसा ना हो कि you're worried about things and stuff like that. तो peace of mind है, financial and time freedom. So again, Independence Day weekend, so that freedom and independence is what we're all looking for. And depending on your lifestyle, there is a dollar number or rupee number, whatever, depending on where you're watching this from. There is a number, right? What
Right.
will keep you comfortable. Correct?
Correct.
So that number, industry standard, what they say is 80% of your income or your annual salary before you retire. So then we work backwards from there. And that is what you need to have that comfortable lifestyle to, whatever it is you want to do. Spend time with your grandkids, spend time with your family, travel, pursue a hobby, whatever it is. That depends on the individual and the family, right?
Right.
So that number is what we need to work backwards for. Okay. And ये मैंने एक स्लाइड डाला है यहाँ पे, that आप ही बताइए मैंने ये क्यों डाला होगा.
Yeah, instead of getting onto all this with the hammer, you rather have a complete kit which is well planned, right?
हाँ जी. So many times, and अगर अपने पास घर हो or
Yes.
apartment, whatever, wherever you are living,
Right,
to fix
right.
things around,
Right.
do we depend on like one single hammer to fix everything? No, right? We have a toolbox. So there are different tools to fix different things. Similarly, for an artist, एक ब्रश से तो सबसे अच्छा पेंटिंग तो नहीं बनेगा, बन जाएगा, but obviously it will be better if you have a slew of brushes, right? And it's a different thing for different things. So similarly, what is your financial instrument toolbox?
Right.
Right? And usually ये सब होता है in most of our families. We have 401k, IRA. So what are the income sources? There is 401k or IRA. Most of our employers will have that in the US, at least. This is mostly for US information.
Right.
CDs. So these are like the fixed, the banks have the certificate of deposits. There's that. I mean, most of us are certainly depending on Social Security. Even though if you log in and see their website says by 2033, they may have to significantly reduce the benefits if the government doesn't come in and do something. So there's that. Then stocks and brokerage accounts. Most of us have Robinhood, or, we are investing in stocks, whatever it may be, tech stocks, other AI stocks, all of that. Real estate. So rental income is also part of many people's portfolio. And then if someone's really thinking ahead, there's the business income also. That also you can incorporate if you start planning early for it. So all of these are there. But there are a couple of things, like I said, this is in a way, all of these are like one hammer. Why do I say that? Is because even though they are kind of diversified, yes, maybe real estate and business are different asset classes, all of these are in a way in the market, right? In a way, they're the same. They're all stocks. And we are trying to fix everything with one type of asset class. Most people still don't even have rent. I mean, may not have rental income or a business income. So they're still focusing just here. So there are 3 instruments that we educate and tell families that we see missing from many people's portfolios. And in this session, I really want to just focus on the concepts. I will show some products and solution thing, but that is not the intent to like focus on any one product. The intent is the financial toolkit and what are the items that I have seen in my experience that most people are missing and may gain a lot of value by adding those instruments in their portfolio. And what are those? Those are mainly targeted towards mitigating the risks in retirement. So what are the risks then? I mean, all these are great when things are great, right? When things market is going up, everything is good, everything is good. लेकिन planning कहाँ आता है जी?
Correct.
Planning तो तभी आता है जब is important for when things go south, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And most people don't plan to fail. They fail to plan. That's all, because
They failed to plan.
where now the market is booming. People have never seen the type of, at least our generation when we started working, we have not seen a big, other than 2020, we have not seen things go south. So we always imagine that things will be rosy. But what if they're not? And what are the main retirement? That's where the planning comes in. And आपने जैसे बोला कि ये प्लानिंग पहले, जितना आप पहले करो उतना अच्छा. Of course, the day to start is best is today. But earlier the better. There's no right age. Even as early as 20, 30s. For our kids, तो हमने already शुरू कर दिया 2 साल से. So as Indian parents, we want to do that also. That may be a little bit extreme, but first take care of yourselves. वो एयरप्लेन में बोलते हैं ना, मास्क अपना पहले पहनिए, फिर दूसरों का पहनाइए. तो वो इम्पोर्टेंट है. So the risks are number one, market volatility, right? If all your eggs are in the 401k, IRA, stocks bucket, the market goes down, you are under major risk. And all of these are things not under our control. It's not like we can foresee these things.
Correct.
So how can you mitigate is something called guaranteed income stream, which I'll go over primarily in this session. Pensions and social security is one way. Social security, of course, still there. Pensions, most people, at least in our generation now who are in the workforce, don't have pensions. The corporate America has moved away from that. They are mostly 401k and IRAs. Some baby boomers retiring now have it, but it's not going to be there for us. So what I'll focus today is what pension-like plans, they're called indexed annuities, that can act as a guaranteed income stream. They can fix, so when the market goes down, that guarantee is there. In addition to social security, all of that. This is all in addition to what I showed on the previous slide.
Correct.
Okay, not meant to replace any of that. Correct. What I want to focus on is adding these instruments to make your portfolio more efficient. Okay. And then there's healthcare and disability. Again, that's like number 1 or 2 on the list when people think of risks, right? Health is a big deal. So stuff like, so things like long-term care coverage, because there are policies and instruments out there today that even a small amount, if you can put aside every month, there is a good amount of coverage that you can get in latter years for long-term care coverage. And many people think Medicare covers it. It does not. Okay. And then increase taxes. So अगर आपका सारा पैसा 401k IRA में है, which is tax deferred, and taxes go up, when you take out money, there you may be subject to increased taxes. So including some kind of Roth in your portfolio, but they also have income and contribution limits. So the other option is life insurance. Many people don't know permanent cash value life insurance is a way to put after tax money. It grows tax deferred, and when you take out money, it is tax free. So including some of them would make sense. And of course, inflation. आज अगर आप दूध जो भी है $3 में खरीद रहे हो, जब हम रिटायर होंगे तब तो $3 में नहीं होगा ना. We have to pay double. They say every 15 years or so it doubles. So same thing. Life cost of living will double, as a result of which, if we are using 100k today to have a comfortable lifetime, I'm just giving an example, that number is obviously different for different families. Correct. But if you are spending 100k a year, 20 years from now, there's a good chance you're going to need 200k for that same lifestyle, right? So planning for that. So increasing income. There are plans today that can also guarantee increasing income, and you can plan for those. And again, earlier you plan, the better. So the rest of the session, I will focus on this particular. Of course, बहुत सारे हैं, लेकिन एक आपको फिर से बुलाना पड़ेगा राजीव जी.
Yes. Episode 2.
हाँ, episode 2. ठीक है.
Yeah, because finance is a subject which is very important. It's like, actually, it has been important every time, but these days, because it's a very fast moving lifestyle, and like as you mentioned, there are so many variations in the policies of government as well as the financial structure. Please continue.
Okay. So, then what is, if you Google
Longevity risk. Yeah.
number one risk in retirement is longevity risk. This is what bothers people the most.
Yes.
So this is S&P 500. Most of the people suna to hoga, is the most popular index in the stock market. This is how it has been for the last 100 years almost. So every 4 or 5 years, there is a downturn. Okay. In the long run, yes, it is great. It goes up. It is supposed to track up, and which is good. But it is going to go down also, right? And they say, so what, how to mitigate? And so if all your money is in the market, and this pretty much tracks, it doesn't matter which stock or which index, most of the times it tracks S&P 500. Annuities is a great way to create a guaranteed lifetime income stream. That is the mitigation. This is not by me. This is from Google Gemini or any AI tool you take. They are saying that the longevity risk, the risk of outliving your money that you might not have saved enough, is mitigated by putting a portion of your money in these plans, and the company guarantees an income for the rest of not only your life, even the spouse's life. Okay. And why do I say this is important? Is because of the sequence of returns risk. Here I have two things. Let us focus on accumulation first. So currently, most people in their 40-ish year old or early 50s, they are still in the accumulation phase, which means if you have your 100, if you're starting with $1 million of accumulation, okay, and this is the rate of return on the side here, this column, which is averaging about 6%, right? The end goal, end number after 25 years is still the same. For this sequence of returns, where the first 3 years are positive, and in this example, portfolio B, they're saying, oh, now I just reversed it. I just put some negative numbers in the beginning. But the average is still 6%. So what they're trying to say is, if you're not taking money out of this account, then it doesn't matter, which is the accumulation phase. Then you'll probably still end up with the same number.
Same number, yeah.
But if you're in a distribution phase, which most retirees, hence the 1 million number they're starting with, hopefully, ideally you should have much more than that, but let's just stick with 1 million and say the person is taking out $50,000 every year, okay, to manage. Now, if the first 3 years were positive, look at the end balance. It's $2 million. You still have, this is based on a growth rate of 6% average. The average is still 6. It just, the difference is in the sequence of how the returns have come. Versus if the first 3 years were down, now your money has run out within the first 15 years itself. So this is showing the sequence of returns risk, and the most common, the most recent version of this was COVID. Say somebody retired like February 2020. They didn't know that market crash is coming on in March, right?
Yeah,
and suddenly there's a big drop. And now, essentially what happens, obviously you will not let this just run like this and, that you will not do, you'll manage, right? But that is the point. It's not efficient. Now you have to adjust your lifestyle. Now you have to find a different source of money. You have to change. I say, okay, now I will not take out 50,000. If you're not going to do that, something in your lifestyle has to change, right? Because you've stopped earning. That money is not coming in anymore. Hence, annuities. Or if one had a pension plan, okay, there is social security also, but you can add more of this peace of mind that I was talking about by positioning. Let me move here. This is an example where say a 55-year-old. Now, instead of leaving all your eggs in that 401k or IRA, if someone is serious about their retirement and has been contributing to their 401k to the max, at least close to the max contribution, both husband, wife, most of us both are earning. At 55 years old, they should have at least a million, or say, okay, 500k. Okay, I'll be a little conservative.
Yeah.
500k to 1 million, somebody will have at 55 years old. That's not a very big number to imagine. If someone's been contributing, they should have. Now, if at that age you move 250k into a guaranteed source, into an annuity, fixed index annuity, then the company, this particular product is from Nationwide, they will guarantee you an income of 48,143 at age 67. So 12 years of deferral. And they will guarantee that number, not just for the rest of their life, not just for the person, but also for the person's spouse. So there's joint income. And this is ideal for 50-plus-year-old clients. And the intention is not to move everything, move portion of your retirement savings into streams like this. And this is very popular nowadays, where you have that peace of mind.
Yeah.
If someone can guarantee you things like your mortgage, mostly people have paid off, but your utility, gas bills, grocery, property taxes will still be there if you're in a home or rental or whatever it is. So around 5,000-6,000, whatever is that, if they can make sure there's a paycheck coming for the rest of their life from the retirement saving, don't you think that is would you agree that makes sense?
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. Yeah.
So that is what we educate, that don't leave all eggs in the basket of the market. Position some so that you can get that guaranteed income. Okay. So those are the top reasons. So just going into the basic of what a fixed index annuity is, it is basically a contract between the individual and the financial company, where they are providing certain guarantees. Okay, the guarantees include that all of these are the top reasons, that you can create an income that never runs out. You get a stable monthly income. There is a guaranteed rate of return in many cases. And then limited investment risk, that your principal and gain is protected from the market. You never lose money. They guarantee that. And there are tax deferred benefits, just like 401k IRA. You don't pay taxes on your gains every year. You can defer it.
Yeah, that was my next question. How the tax related implications it can be on this money movement.
So tax related, here's the thing. Okay, I have a slide for that.
Great.
So one thing is the diversified portfolio have some guarantees in your, is what we always say, at least to people who are, nearing retirement, that include some guarantees that will get you the peace of mind. But here is the tax curve. So here are the federal marginal individual income tax rates for the last 100 years or so, more than that. Yeah. So for many people retiring today, the 401k and IRAs, the traditional ones, they contributed, this is 1970s. The highest tax rate was almost 70%.
Sure.
So that is when 401k got introduced in the early 1980s. Is because the tax rates at that time were super high. So they had to find ways to save taxes. That's when Ronald Reagan, in his presidency, started the 401k. And it makes perfect sense for the folks who are in the workforce at the time and retiring now, because they contributed to the 401k when it was highest and they saved taxes. And now they are taking out income when the tax rates are the lowest. For our generation, unfortunately, now we don't know what's going to happen. The
Yeah.
right answer is we don't know what's going to happen. Okay, if
That's
someone's saying they know, then it's anybody's guess. But most experts think that this curve will go up. It's been at least in the next 10, it may not go to 70, but it will go up. And we don't have a crystal ball, but the education we give is don't put all eggs in pre-tax buckets, which most of us are doing with our 401ks and IRAs and etc. All those things, they're all in tax deferred bucket. So include some tax-free options. So one is, even in the annuities, we could do Roth conversions, and we could have those. So most companies have that, where you can do Roth conversion. So Roth, and some companies have Roth 401k, IRA as well. So we could establish those. But again, those are only about 25,000 a year that you can contribute. So if you want to do more than that, what else is where other options come. Permanent cash value life insurance is one great option, especially for younger families. Even later, it's okay. We can design it accordingly, but that is where there is no income or contribution limits, and you can safely put in money over there, after tax money that grows tax deferred, and when you take out money, it is also tax free. So that I guess we'll have to cover in another session.
What about the age factor in the people who have reached 55 plus or 60? You think they can also be eligible to get onto the insurance?
Yes, certainly they can. There are plans out there that there is no age limit. The only thing that mostly limits folks is the health. But if you're in good health, then that is a great option as well. Exact details, of course, we'll have to put in the application. We have to talk to the client individually. But yeah, we've had clients even with 55 plus that have taken advantage of that.
So what do you think on the market volatility? You mentioned earlier the risk analysis. You gave certain points, but on the global situation that we are seeing these days, and also the market volatility. So what are your suggestions on that?
The main thing would be that is, look at your portfolio. If most of your eggs are lying in the basket of the market, which is 401k, IRA, money like Robinhood, stuff like that, then it's time to diversify. Of course, nobody knows what's going to happen. And something we get, a lot of clients have seen, they're always thinking about, I could make more over here. And you always have that, like you're picking where, of course, we want to make more. But ultimately, I go back to that number. What is your number? As long as we can have a plan to safely achieve that number, then of course, whatever more you make is a bonus. But if you hit that target with these instruments that I'm talking about, that is where the peace of mind is, right? They can always go in circles about all of that, but nobody knows. Some days it makes high, but you can always focus on an average. And these instruments, when the market does great, so indexed annuities and indexed universal life, these are two, they do great. When the market is performing, you get a portion, which is also what I'll show now. You get a portion of when the market goes up, you can participate in the upside. But when the market goes down, you never lose money, right? It stays flat. So one other thing, you're talking about market volatility and stuff like that, right? But everyone still wants increasing income.
That is correct.
So here is another flavor of that same fixed index annuity. This is by Allianz, so another top company. So all the
Yeah.
companies we represent are 100+ year old. They've been
Wow.
in good standing, always honored their promises. So they're great companies to work with. But here is a hypothetical example. Say you invest $100,000, okay? And this is your first year's income. This is immediate income. Okay, you could defer it. If you defer it, you get more. But immediately, you're getting 4,000.
Yeah.
Then in year one, there is a drop in the market, right? But your income stays the same. It doesn't go down. Whereas if your money was anywhere else in the market, yes, you can take out this money, but if the market goes down like this, you cannot stay at the same income, right? You would have to adjust something, either stop it altogether or take less out of it.
Yeah.
So this is that advantage that the guarantees is one of the guarantees these solutions provide, that you will never go below the previous year's value. And then when the market goes up, say in year two, it has gone up 3%, your income also will go up by 3%. So 3% of 4,000 is $120. That's what they're showing. And then same thing, so on and so forth. So this is showing potential of increasing income even in a volatile market, right? If it's volatile, 1 year you'll still stay flat. You don't lose.
Yeah. That's interesting. Yeah.
So the whole idea of all of this is to add options, right? Because if now all your eggs were in the market, you have to adjust some things. You cannot just live in peace. But if, of course, but these instruments can give you that cushion, the safety net. Especially fixed index annuities for retirement. Nowadays, it is super popular because of the market volatility. We don't know, like with the global situation, what will happen when. So it makes most sense to allocate some amount of funds. We're not saying to put everything in this basket either, but options are good, right?
Yeah, it's wonderful. It's a very good display of how the market, even the market volatility is there, still your income is,
Yeah.
under good control. Yeah.
And today, in fact, August 11th to September 15th, I believe, there is a promotion going on this Allianz product. So if someone's interested, do call us.
Sure.
We can explain in more detail. It's a great promotion. They're giving extra bonuses and stuff like that. So your money can go farther. Ultimately, it ends up in more income. So it's a great time to cash this in, if especially for folks getting closer to retirement.
Excellent. So Aarabhi, please tell our audience how they can reach out to you.
How they can reach out to us. Here is our QR code to set up an appointment. This goes directly to our calendar. So one scans this, you can go there. Otherwise, you can go to MoneyMavs.com. We are on Instagram, we are on Facebook, or this is the phone number you can reach us at 214-709-4097. So several avenues to reach us, and we'll get back to you. But today I covered annuities. That's, of course, not the only thing we do. Our services are multifold. We help families with estate planning, protection, life insurance, tax-free, so we can open Roth accounts. And also, like I said, through life insurance, we have tax-free income sources. Long-term care, something I didn't cover today, but also very important for that peace of mind in retirement.
No, we will definitely cover that in another episode for sure.
Sure. Yeah, definitely.
Please.
And then kids' college planning. We can help open kids' college funding plans as well for young families, 401k or IRA rollovers. So something about the annuities also that I want to mention is that a lot of these you can roll over 401k or IRA funds into these because they're also broadly within an IRA umbrella. So one doesn't have to come up with their own big lump sum of amount. Those transfers are possible, which makes it an even great instrument, right? It makes it affordable for people because they're already been saving in their 401k or IRAs. So you just have to reposition them to add this extra layer of security. And then
Excellent.
lastly, there is this opportunity also. I mean, today, whatever I'm talking, I didn't know this 3 years ago. It's all something I've learned in addition to my job, in addition to my two kids, in addition to everything that's going on in our lives. So if that intrigues you, interests you, you're looking to do something more or just improve and get better at your finances, we're more than happy to help you.
Excellent, excellent. So Aarabhi, we are almost through the hour now, almost getting there. So do you have anything that you want to give a message to our audience before we sign off?
Yeah, sure, definitely. Yes, my message is very simple. Again, it's the Independence Day weekend. So I just want to go back to the theme where I said of doing more. Many times I've seen people, especially people who are already achieving a lot in their jobs, they're already in, have well-established roles and jobs, and we tell ourselves that, oh, this is it, but it's not. I mean, if one had all the money they needed, would that really be what you're doing, is what I ask people. And if the answer is no, and you would rather do something else, and we're saying there is no time, whatever the excuses and reasons are, we all have those, right? I was there 4 years ago. Hence, I'm saying that it is possible. Anything is possible if you put your mind to it. It is just about making that decision. So if there's really something one wants to pursue, this business is for us. But for different individuals, it may be different things, right? It can be a hobby, it can be traveling, it can be reading, whatever it may be for you. Spend that time on yourself and keep improving yourself, stretch your vision, stretch your goals. Because that's what I feel makes the world a better place as well. It'll be better only when we get better, right? And lastly, I'll just end with a quote. I like this from Arthur Ashe. If you follow tennis, you may know that. Start where you are, use what you have, do what you can. That's enough. You are enough. You don't need anything more. I've seen that in our own lives, both Raghu and I. Anything is possible. You just have to make that decision. Thank you.
Absolutely. Brilliant message. Thank you very much, Aarabhi Hande, for joining us today on Bharat Anveshan show. सारे दर्शकों को मैं बोलना चाहता हूँ, अगर फाइनेंस प्लानिंग कर रहे हैं आप, तो डेफिनेटली moneymavs.com विजिट करिए and you can definitely try at least read them, understand them, क्या आप सेव कर सकते हैं फ्यूचर के लिए, सिक्योर जो फाइनेंस प्लानिंग कर सकते हैं अपने लिए नहीं सही तो बच्चों के लिए कर सकते हैं, या वट एवर अगर रिटायरमेंट करनी है .com you can reach out to Aarabhi Hande and Ragu, and they definitely would direct you and try to help you out and educate you and create awareness in you if you have not planned yet about your financial planning. With that said, अगले हफ्ते फिर इसी टाइम में भारत अन्वेषण शो आप जरूर विजिट करिएगा, और एक हस्ती को हम लेके आएंगे, डेफिनेटली इंटरेस्टिंग टॉपिक अगेन. So Aarabhi, thank you so very much for educating our audience, and we will come back again with yet another topic on finance, the next episode, and we'll work on those details separately. एंड ऑडियंस को भी मैं थैंक यू बोलना चाहता हूँ एंड प्लीज सपोर्टिंग द चैनल एंड ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा शेयर करिएगा और सब्सक्राइब करिएगा एंड जहाँ पे भी रहिए तंदुरुस्त रहिए और हेल्दी रहिए बिकॉज हेल्थ इज वेल्थ और वेल्थ मेक्स इट ऑल, है ना। तो सारे मतलब अगर वेल्थ है तो सब कुछ है, जैसे कि हमने बात किया है आज। तो डेफिनेटली टेक केयर ऑफ योरसेल्फ। फिर मिलेंगे अगले हफ्ते इसी टाइम इसी चैनल। थैंक यू।
Thank you. Thank you very much.